Hi, I'm Kris, and today's simple practice is mountain pose, or Tadasana, as it's known in Sanskrit. This is the most basic and essential standing pose in all of yoga land. Yet, when was the last time someone told you how to stand? Whether on the mat or off the mat, when we properly align the body, we're able to stand tall, evenly balanced, firm, and grounded, with very little effort, just like a mountain. So start standing wherever you are, and if you can, take your socks and shoes off. Let's see those piggies. Now step the feet together, unless that's not comfortable, and you can practice this with feet hip distance apart. Wherever your feet are, you want the middle of your heel to align with the second and third toe, which are pointing directly in front of you. Now root down through the inner and outer ball mount and the center of your heel. Sometimes I refer to this as the triangle point of your feet. It's almost as if you were plugging your feet into a three-prong socket in the floor. This is going to give you really nice stability, and you'll also notice a lift in your arches. You can then soften and spread the toes. Next, you'll want to engage the quads or your thighs in and up, almost as if you were squeezing a book between them. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then go grab a book and start squeezing. Because you always want to learn from direct experience rather than taking someone's word for it. So if you don't understand that feeling or that action, then take the steps to learn what that means. So again, quads in and up. As soon as I do that, and you'll kind of notice the difference here, my kneecaps lift as well. In Tadasana pose, you want your kneecaps pointing forward directly to your big toes. Be careful not to hyperextend the knees in this pose. When you hyperextend, you end up really wearing down your joints because you're pressing your knees back rather than engaging your muscles. So a couple ways to know that you're not hyperextending. One is taking a slight bend in your knees. Another is to press or engage your calf muscles down towards your heels. So you really want to be mindful that you can feel yourself engaged in your leg muscles in this pose. Next, you're going to take your pubic bone in and up towards your navel, and you're going to take your tailbone forward and down slightly. As soon as you do that, you should feel more space and stability in the hips. You'll also notice that the lower belly automatically firms, and you can also help it out a little bit by lifting the belly button or the navel up and in. From here, you're going to lengthen the chest up and out, widening the collarbones and opening the shoulders. You want to avoid poking the rib cage forward though, and again, find that integrity by pulling the rib cage in. You'll also want to spread the shoulder blades across the back rather than shortening the back body in order to get all this length in the front. You'll then take the shoulders off the ears, getting long in the neck, and you'll notice I took an external rotation of my arms here to really promote that width in both the front and back body. You can then turn the palms to face in, extend or lengthen down through the fingertips against all of this sort of rooting down action, tailbones lengthening towards the floor, rooting through the feet, quads engaged, lengthening through the fingertips. You're then going to want to lift up through the back of the neck and the crown of the head, feeling nice and long here. Chin remains parallel to the floor. And then notice, are you stiff as a board? Because this isn't stiff as a board pose, it's mountain pose. And like in all yoga poses, we're looking to balance effort and ease. So while we have this great alignment and integrity in the body, on your next exhale, notice if you can ease or relax into the pose any amount, letting go of unnecessary tension or strain. So let's practice mountain pose. If it's comfortable, close down the eyes or steady the gaze at one immovable point along the floor or at the horizon. You can keep the arms extended down towards the floor, or for a little bit more centering, you can bring the palms to touch in front of the heart. If you do take that variation though, make sure you're not rounding the shoulders forward. Keep that lift up out of the chest, widening the collarbones. Begin to follow your breath inside, tuning into the subtle sensations. Feel the triangle points of your feet rooted evenly into the floor. Feel the calves engage and draw down towards the heels. The thighs engaged in and up with the kneecaps lifted. Feel the pubic bone drawn in and up. Feel the tailbone lengthened down towards the heels, slightly tucked in. Feel the space and stability in the hips. Feel the lower belly firm with the navel slightly lifted. Feel the lift and openness in the chest, the wideness in the collarbones. Feel the shoulder blades spread across the back and down off the ears. Feel the length up through the neck and the crown of the head. Feeling perfectly balanced with the ears over the shoulders over the hips, and the hips over the ankles. Feel the perfect balance between effort and ease with every single breath. Use your next inhale to actively ground down through the feet a little bit more. Imagine growing roots down into the earth. As you exhale, keep the belly firm, shoulders relaxed as you lengthen the tailbone towards the heels. Feel yourself completely supported by the earth beneath you. Taking these last few moments for yourself, maybe even choosing an intention for your day or your practice off the mat. Taking your time when you're ready to slowly, softly open your eyes. So friends, recognize that you have the opportunity anytime that you're standing on 2 feet to stand tall, firm, grounded, evenly balanced, like a mountain. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. And feel free to leave comments below with any questions or what you'd like to practice in the future. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy the meantime. Namaste.